Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. The Royals get the sweep over the Pirates, total within 2 games over 500. What would be nice if the Royals could take the series over the Mets and pull within 1 game of 500. Wild card is less than 50%, but in 2014 the Royals were 2 games back and made it all the way to the World Series. It was his normal all-star self until the 6th inning when giving up 3 runs, tying it at 3. But Salvador Perez came through with a home run, his second of the game, to give the Royals a lead. In the 9th, the Royals last night had the save. They had the second highest percentage in baseball, 73%. Bobby Witt Jr. and Chris Bubik are named to the All-Star team, and also Carlos Estevez. The Royals are 7-2 in their last 9. Tonight, the Royals will play the host to the Mets. Kendis Salgado is returning from an injury. The hope is he will rusty start. He has an ERA of 1.47. He'll go, but he's making his first start back since his injury. Walker will go for the Royals. He has a 3.83 ERA in 4.9. First pitch from Kauffman Stadium is at 7:10. The Cardinals took the series over the Nationals. They took the rubber match yesterday. Brandon Donovan hit 2. Mason Wilden hit 2 RBIs. Brandon Donovan had 2 hits and an RBI. Mason Wilden had 2 hits and an RBI. Alec Burleson had a hit and 2 RBIs. Lars Norbert had a hit and an RBI. Nolan Aredo had a hit and an RBI. Nolan Pozo had a hit and an RBI. Victor Scott had a hit and an RBI. 9 of 8 of the 9 Cardinals in the lineup had a hit and an RBI. The Cardinals win 8-1. Miles Velasquez was good on a change for the Cardinals for the first time in a while. The Cardinals will play the struggling Braves. The Braves sit at 40-52, and the Cardinals sit at 50-44. For the Cardinals, it will be Matthew Lieberton will go for the Cards, and the Braves will have Grant home. The Cardinals are set to host. Game time is at 7:15. The Cubs keep hitting the ball as they won 8-1. The first place Cubs. Chris Flexen will be on the mound, who has a good ERA of 0.83, but that's been the reliever. He gets his first start of the regular season tonight. It might be an opener. Carlos Rodon will go for the Yankees. This will be a tough series in New York. This may tell you how good a chance the Cubs are going to the NL Championship. And right now, that's my prediction. The Cubs are an underrated team and a really good team. First pitch is at 7:05 Eastern from New York time zone. It's 6:05 Central from Cubs time. The Big 12 Media Days kicked off this weekend, and if they are wondering what it looks like, fans, that will be the talker and the coaches and the players talk. KU and K-State are the teams we cover. In the Big 12, the SEC Media Days will kick off next week, and we cover the Missouri Tigers, of course. News on the stadiums. The Royals have Clay County Commissioner says the Royals have sent terms to a sheet for a possible North Kansas City stadium. I believe this is a good accomplishment for North Kansas City, but it's far from over. I believe this will take a vote for a smaller county than North Kansas City, and per people, it's smaller than Jackson County. Taxes would be more in North Kansas City because of not as much people in Jackson County, so North Kansas City would be taxed them a little more. And this is according to 41 News and KCTV5, both out of Kansas City. Kansas and Missouri Stadium looks like our Washington Park downtown, North Kansas City, and Old Sprint campus, also called the Suspiria campus. And now we move on to mental health. You continue to talk about having a purpose in life. If you feel stuck or confused and because you don't have a clear direction, now you're finding your direction and shift your focus instead of what you should be doing or what you could be doing. Giving my life to a purpose is asking, what could I do to help people in need? What pain are other people's feeling that I can help with? Who do I care about the most with, and what problems do they have? Who are the current customers, and what can I do to help them more? What problems are out there that strangers might have that a particular skill set could solve? When you start asking these questions, the kind of questions, your focus shifts from your confusion and problems to the confusion problems of others that you may be able to help, and start solving them and having a purpose. It gratifies you helping others. It fills out with sense of meaning and appreciation. It sounds like it easy, but it works 100% of the time. I will give you money back if it doesn't. Getting pumped with psycho attitude, with moving through the days and fog of blueness, slogging mud and slumping through the feeling of no motivation to do anything. This problem, I imagine, is people you didn't realize as much. I'm not sure what in modern conditions causes a lack of motivations, but when you figure it out, can't get off their butt and do something useful to create your career in life. Don't be lazy. Get off your butt and do something. So forget about your life and your career and set a life focus that doesn't do anything for you. Instead of moving your focus towards others, with pain in others feeling, can you help in some way? Can you ease suffering just a little? Can you put a smile on someone's face? Can you change someone else's life? When you change someone else's life for the better, and even just a little feeling of amazing. You shift to focus, it rocks your world. It sends your, okay, I know just one step is needed, but few other things can consider. Simplify your day, do picks less. Just focus on clear distinction, shut off the internet, turn off your notifications. Move in all small steps. Don't tackle the whole damn project at once. Just get started with one step at a time. Get more sleep. Lack of sleep, too water, too much stress, and much caffeine are causing your headaches. Good. Do those few steps in your shift and your light and your focus others, and your mind and entire will be wrought with psycho attitude like never before. If you have something to do, it's a lot easier to have a motivation. And I think currently I volunteer at a nursing home, and I think I am giving a purpose to others. So hopefully I get more of a purposeful life. And making a difference is a good thing. That's Sam Vaughan Sports and Sam Vaughan's Mental Health.
There's really just one single wall between you and the life you know you want to live, and that's your mindset. And I'm going to share one with you that kind of changed my life immediately. Trust me, I know how you feel. I know you're sick of it. You're sick of knowing that you have these big goals and dreams, and yet you don't know how you're going to reach them. And it kind of feels like you're just wasting all your potential. So ultimately, you do nothing, because the more you think about it all, the more overwhelming and honestly impossible it all sounds. But what if I told you that it really wasn't that hard, and in reality, you can change your life as soon as tomorrow? In late December of 2023, I decided I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't sit here and continue to feel miserable and empty while I wait for my life to change for me. But then I fell into the same old trap as I'm sure you have. I start to overthink and I start to get overwhelmed. I would think about how long it would take and just how much work I would actually have to put in to make a difference in my life. And then I reached my phone to open Instagram for like the 30th time today. But then it dawned on me. I recalled a piece of advice I was given a while back. By who? I have no idea. It was probably my mom though. Thanks, Mom. But the advice goes, just take one step every day. When you think of your goal or dream, don't look at the entire mountain you're about to climb. Just find where you're going to put your foot next. It doesn't need to be complicated. It's easy to get overwhelmed by your big goals and dreams, but if you just think, just one step today and I'm done, it makes things a whole lot easier. And if you still need a little bit of extra motivation, just remember that the pain of doing nothing will always be worse than the pain of doing something. Because sure, taking steps can be uncomfortable and intimidating and scary, but it will always be better than the alternative. The slow, never-ending subconscious discomfort of remaining dormant will always be worse than the temporary and voluntary discomfort of making a change. Maybe some days you'll feel an extra bit of motivation and you decide to take 3 steps instead of just 1. That's great. And maybe some days you're really just not feeling it, but you just remind yourself, just a small step today. That's fine too. What matters is that you move forward, even if it was just a little bit. These steps add up, and before you know it, you'll be able to see the top of that mountain just a little bit clearer than before. And when I say that this changed my life immediately, I mean it, because while before I wasn't moving forward, now I am. One step at a time, one day at a time. Currently, while I'm writing this, it is February 13th, and I find that I've been working on something every day since the new year, as I just keep reminding myself, just take one step today. And as a result, I have instantly changed my life. Maybe not in a substantial way, like I didn't just become instantly successful or anything, but now I've given myself some sort of purpose with each day, and I'm slowly but surely moving forward. You must change your life in order to change your life. Make that small change. Do it once every day, and eventually you'll realize that you've made a bigger change than you could have ever imagined.